Good day, lords and ladies of the internet. I am your host today, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I welcome you back to the library of Ruina, where we've got a new build to try out today, as well as new encounters and everything we normally have to do, including this one right here, which exists, and I have no idea what the hell it is, especially as it's 3 different phases as well. This ought to be interesting. What the hell is this one? Inexplicable office. Well, it didn't have a whatchamacallit starting off with. It's 3 acts for some reason. So, Gabaran. I'm already scared. Shimmering. Casualty operation. Boost the maximum and minimum roll value of all dice on roll dice of all allies by +1. HP cannot drop below 600 before this occurs. If a certain number of allies are defeated, proceed to the next phase. Change deck and passive to next phase. The number of these defeats will be saved for the duration of this reception. Origin, urban legend. At the start of the scene, this character's resistance to all damage type is changed to random, normal to immune. Remove all status ailments. Frontline commander. When an ally's health drops below 50, the character will be withdrawn and a new character will be called. At the end of the scene, restores light in combat page to all allies by the value of the character's emotion level. Unexpected unluck. Target of far combat pages used by enemies will be changed to a random enemy at the start of combat. The hell does that mean? Tradikia. Combat start. Gain 5 barrier. Barrier. Take X less damage and stagger damage from attacks this scene. Decrease the value equal to damage taken by this character. If target is an ally, leave a mark on them at the end of the scene. Mark. Take 50% more damage and stagger damage from attacks. If the target is an ally, give 5 endurance this scene. If target is an ally, give 5 strength this scene. If target is an ally, give 10 barrier this scene. If target is an ally, they recover for 20 HP and 20 stagger. Right. Okay. Convalia Majoris. Penetrate dice on page. Gain 7 What the hell does that mean? Inflict 2 disarm. Inflict 2 feeble. On hit. Add Gabba page to hand. Gabba. Character receives a random ailment, lose 1 life, 1 speed dice, become unusable, or increase the cost of all combat pages by 1 for each stack of this effect at the start of the next scene. That's really bad. Hit dice on next page, gain 7 power. What is a penetrate dice then? Defensive dice on next page gain 7 power. Slash dice on next page gain 7 power. None of that makes sense to me. Flag and mouth fixer. Plow. At emotion levels 2 and 4, add a powerful combat page to the deck. At the start of each scene and when the emotion level rises, light doesn't restore. Oh. Okay. Rush recoil. Take 1 damage every time the character rolls a dice. On a successful attack, deal +1 damage with attacks. So you're kind of suicide soldiers. I assume you're all the same. Yeah. I don't know how to say that. On use, all dice on this page lose 2 power. Restore 1 light, restore 1 hit. Draw 1 page. Marak. On use, deal 7 damage to self. All dice on this page gain +2 power. Okay. On Clash Win, give haste. On Clash Win, give haste. What is this? Inflict disarm next scene. Discard random pages from target's hand. And on use, if 4+ pages are in hand, discard 4 random pages and boost the min value of offensive dice on this page by 3. That really doesn't help you a lot of the time. Alright, well, this was actually quite a bad-looking team. Ironically, Team Protection would probably absolutely decimate it to all hell and back. Because they simply cannot hurt them. But we've got a new team to try out, and that's what we're doing. So we've got the suicide build, because I have an obsession. And we've got the Book of Negative, who we're hoping is going to work. The Book of Smile, who's got all the... quite a lot of good charge pages. We've got Hugin to work with smoke and charge. And then we got Karas, who's just charge. So, I don't know what's going on. Let's see what the hell is happening here. I can't read that, so... Shitara kumata kalapata. Natsima shokola sikaro mota shakanamo. Isha motara? Kimaka shipanakara! Ola shinala kishikaloba. Shaka shintonaka. Lokash no lokash nepata sola. We must take a step back and make sound judgment in such situations. Stay sharp and go for it. I'll take it that if you're prepared to face any outcomes you're seeing, well, love the music. Music is good. So you're being given 5 endurance and healing, and you're being given barrier. So I shouldn't really care about either of you. Alright, what's the first thing to do? You've got sadness active. Cool! Perfect. Add a little anger. Marats doesn't matter. If anything, we're better off not attacking Marats because of the fact that means they get haste. So the best person for me to attack is this person right here because they're not gaining anything. Then again, you just replace people, so shouldn't I be attacking you? Oh no, everything is... You're basically just immune to everything. So... Alright, let's go. I've got no idea what the heck is happening, so... Go. Nice. Too bad. Okay. Well, now is when I'm gonna get the pebble, because I'm pretty sure I can easily get the laughing powder afterwards. Although the laughing powder probably will be more useful for certain characters. So let's get the laughing powder instead. Okay. So what have we got you doing? You're doing all the various different things. What's this? So all of them are kind of doing heck all at the moment. Man, I just don't have any charge, do I? Well, you've got 1 billion cards. But that's because you use the card that says, I gain cards equal to my energy, to my emotion gain, and you also have, like, double emotion. So, it's no wonder you got 1 billion cards. Let's just take down one of these guys. See what happens. Well, they just leave. Ow. Stockholm is really useful for just quickly gaining our emotion. So yeah, once they reach 50, don't panic everyone. We should keep this together. Give Pebble to Mr. Suicide. Mazar, single use. Deal 7 damage to self. All dice on this page gain +2 power. Huh, never seen that card. And now you've changed so that you're only endured versus stagger resist. but still we can't really do any damage to you. Okay, everyone is basically countered. Every attack that matters, at least, because that attack doesn't matter. And yeah, let's just see how things go. Rip space. Even in the end here, game. Really good card. Right. Are you the... Yes, you're the suicide one. Now I get to work out. Because I've never tried this before. Now I get to work out whether when it says greater than 10%, whether that means a total thing or a singular hit. Because if it's a singular hit, I need to kind of rework it. But if it's a total... Oh. I'm not sure how I'm meant to fight you. Unless I'm just meant to go through each of your commanders. Or just wait for you to get a normal damage type. And then just lay into you. I'm not even sure if I need to have everyone constantly attacking something. Alright, let's just go with this. Goodbye. You got decimated. So it is total damage. So all the self-damage he takes actually applies. Have I just... And it does restore it to the team, right? And the librarian recovers HP. Oh! Oh, it's not a team heal. Well, I guess it's a mass enemy stagger, if you want to look at it one way. Okay, this time you're only endured to 2 of these effects. Wait, are you getting weaker and weaker every time I murder something? Oh, that's how you work! Okay! I know what I'm doing now. So I'm looking to massacre all the minions, is how this fight works. Do not panic, I want you to stay focused in this battle. I think I just massacred all but one. Well, I can understand the mass AoE nerf of why they would make it so. Oh, you're doing something now. Ima tushada po. Kirema shikula totash kalama. Nodarish kena moshalaka. Moshala mosaka. Nola kumana kundiak. Ah. You're starting to engage us in combat then. And you get all of this bull crap. Okay. Flowers Profusion. Dice on this page and the page clashing with are unaffected by power loss in game. On Clash Win, destroy all dice the opponent has. On Clash Lose, destroy all the dice on this page. Right. Let's just have you deep drag that then. Nate. Hit die on the next page, gain +7 power. You mean those get +7 power? So next up page, all hit die gain +7 power. So that one. So I honestly might think it a good idea to just delete that. That doesn't gain any special power or anything. So I should be able to counter that. Penetrate dice. I don't know what the hell you mean by penetrate dice. Now is when I probably want to use this. And to use this, I need to start using a bunch of charge. Your hatred will also mean it loses a lot of power too. Okay. What? How do we have a bunch of fairy on us? I think I need to read your passives again. Right. So what is this? What do you do now? 18, the moon. Every scene uses a combat page that give the opponent Gappa combat page. When at the start of the scene, Gappa combat page in hand suffer various disadvantages if the character isn't equipped with colors key page. On hit with Gappa combat page, Gappa level increases. Okay. Causality operation full control boosts the maximum and minimum roll value of all dice of all allies by +2. You don't have any. Blessing of Circe. When attacking, inflict one random status ailments, burning, bleeding, fairy, decay to the attacker. If this character is not staggered, repeat this 3 times. What? The Kothlo. On hit, inflict one random status ailment, paralysis, vulnerable, weak, disarm, binding, to the opponent. If the natural roll is max, inflict one status ailment effect, one random status effect to this character. Gappa level. When the Gappa is hit, Gappa level is increased by +1. When Gappa level reaches 5, becomes staggered immediately. What's the Gappa then? While this page is in hand, inflict... You're doing a mass attack, seriously. Inflict variety of status ailments if not equipped with colors key page. If the character has 3 or more copies of Gappa in their hand, user is staggered and exhaust all Gappa. Defensive die on next page get +7 bonus, so these two have no big boosts at all. That does have a big boost, and it's probably better to ignore it. You can't avoid the Gappa attack because it's attacking your whatchamacallit for some pecking reason. And you don't care about the whatchamacallit damage anymore. The 600 damage limit. Okay. I wonder if by penetrate it means piercing. Alright, well... Let's just see how this madness goes. Maybe we'll get it down to the 600 mark. Yeah, I don't understand how you work. Did you just double hit me somehow? I just don't understand this. Gappa level increased by 1. When attacked by librarians using special combat page, Gappa. If amount in... Alright. So you get staggered if your Gappa level reaches level 5, right? So that should mean, logically, you should get... whatchamacallit, exhausted by this next thing. I mean, Netzak's almost invincible thanks to the flower petals and his suicide building. Because he's just basically gone full sustain. But we got 1 Gappa, 2 Gappa, 3 Gappa, 4 Gappa. Becomes staggered immediately. So yeah, we got 4 Gappa attacks attacking you. So the only thing that might have to worry is that attack. And Netzak should be able to deal with that. I'll make you Smoke Prick just so that we get a bit of extra charge going on, but... There. Attack that to destroy it. Attack that to destroy that. Do that, you're staggered. And now I just need to figure out how the hell I've got enough damage to actually obliterate you. Then again, you do have a few billion levels of... whatchamacallit. Oh! Perfect timing! Purge all paralysis on the target. This... okay. On hit, diminish minimal roll by -1 for the rest of the act. Oh, that's stupid. Well, alright, guys. You may not kill it, but... you're gonna do more than enough damage to allow the Nate's team to kill it. But we've also got a bunch of smoke on the target to hopefully allow this to die a little easier as well. Yeah, now is when we realize we're forked. And that, in theory, the only thing we can actually do is just attack the center thing and pray and do as much damage as humanly possible. Unless I have the person who is targeted the most be cannon fodder. So, they've got 8 die. Are you targeting any one person with all 8 attacks? Yes, but he doesn't have enough dice to be able to counter it. Okay, Netzak, let's see if you guys can actually do some damage, I guess. My faith in you is very minimal. Exceptionally so. You can't target yourself with that, can you? You know what? I'll use it just because why not? You might. I don't know. Nope. You never even begin to attack yourself. Oh yeah, I forgot you were Tanya. Maybe I should have had you be attacked last turn. I need to give you some stagger bonuses. Okay, so suicide build doesn't work anywhere near as well as I thought it would. Right. I can only wonder now if I have to go through killing the the minions like I did before. Which honestly might be the case. You know what? I'm just gonna go with Team Pinky Teacher, because we know how stupid it gets. I'm confident about this work. Here you come. Well, the answer is no, you don't. And equally, you seem to have lost all of your... whatchamacallit. I can give you Fairy. Alright, well, let's see how this goes. Not well. Oh, so that's what you mean by far range attacks. Ranged attacks cause us to... Right, okay. Well, we have the Triangram Blockade, so available to us. So we most certainly have an advantage right now. Because your +7 power is going to be countered by basically our +7 power. The problem is you have 2 cards on you. Which means you're going to have to counter it in some form of manner, hopefully, maybe, I don't know. Okay, guys, let's see how well we can do with this. Does he have any resistances? He's mostly resistant to near everything, but we can do this. 1 Gabba, 1 dodge, 2 dodge. Oh my god, the playful antics of the Baba Mouth. Okay, you hit me once. Well done. Yeah, go screw yourself. The Triangram Blockade is actually one of the most stupid things. It really is. Right, who's got Gappa? You've got Gappa. You've also got Gappa. Okay. Well, you can use that Gappa there, and then you can use that Gappa there, and we win. He's then whatchamacallit. Okay, guys, go! There we go. I didn't want it to end like this. How the fuck do you run away on 0 health? Prick. Should at least run away at 100. Zaphiel! What the fuck am I fighting with this mod? Death. Upon defeating an enemy, absorb the passive of the enemy. In addition, it deal 15 damage, inflict 2 feeble, and disarm to all other librarians next scene. If the character absorbs more than a certain amount of passives, will not be able to see a portion of the information of combat cards used by the character. After an ally dies, fate and assassination effects will be multiplied by that number of dead allies. Okay. Dead Man. Gain 3000 Advent at the start of the first act. When another character dies, gain Advent equal to the dead character's max HP. If Advent falls below a certain value, the character will retreat. The number of Advalent will be saved for the duration of this reception. Till death do us part. Whenever an ally dies, takes 450 stagger damage. When all allies die, forcibly ends the scene, spend 1000 Advent, and uses one-sided powerful mass attack. Optosis. Every 3 scenes, purge all status ailments contain Nail and Sin. Spend Advent based on the number of purged status ailments. Damage-based abnormalities 3 times. Non-damage abnormalities 10 times. What? Necrosis. If the character took damage, spend Advent based on the number of damage. Take 30% less damage and stagger damage from attacks. Take double damage from status ailments. Gain resistance to 1,000. Gain resistance to 100% less damage and status damage caused by non-status ailments. This resistance is reduced by 5% for each status ailment. Fate. At the start of each scene, gain power, endurance, and protection for each dead ally. Assassination. Gain +3 power if the attack is one-sided. Lose 3 power when clashing against. Ha. So you're telling me I want to clash with you? If any counter die from this page remain by the end of the scene, ambush, Nick scene, ambush, untargetable. Cannot check or redirect the character's attacks. Watchful eyes, ears and shadows, gain smoke. Okay. So you're also a smoke character. Interesting. Pursuit. If the character has 9 plus smoke, all dice gain +2 power. Animus Burst, Venus Strike. On hit, purge all status effect from target and inflict 1,000 erosion. That had better be the goddamn powerful attack you mentioned for killing all your allies. Absorption. If target is staggered, target is dead. If there is a confused librarian, use this page again on the librarian. I'm just gonna say screw it and use Team Netzak, Team G-Set again. Well, I admit you look cool. Again, I don't understand a single word you're saying. But you look bloody cool. I hope nothing bad happens. Well, you seem to be some sort of apocalypse thing. Purge all status ailments contains into the start of scenes. Spend Advent based on the purge status ailments. Necrosis. 100% less damage and staggered damage caused by non-status ailments. Advent. Advent 30. Recover 3,000 HP every time die rolls or take... every time die rolls or damage takes. Subtract... Huh? This music is creepy and I love it. Right, I have no idea what to expect from you then, but let's go. What the fuck are these? I do not understand what I'm meant to do. I was about to That's very cruel, game. Timber. Well, we're dealing with someone that has bloody, whatchamacallit, shimmering, so timber is very useful. So, how did you work with death? How have you lost 5 necrosis? It's reduced by 5% for each status ailment. Okay. I don't really have a team that can inflict status ailments. So... I don't want to know what ambush is. But each of you get it. Oh, is ambush? You basically turn invisible. And I can't tell at all what you're doing. So these lot had ambush at the start. At the start of each scene, exhaust all pages in hand and deck. Add new pages to hand. For the first act only, attacks in ambush in the first scene. When Zofrel retreats, this character also retreats. Upon winning an act, revive the dead fixer with 100% HP and 100% of all allies. Right. Sword of the Throne. Restore 2 light. If speed is 5 or higher, all dice on this scene also gain the effect on hit. Restore a thing. Right, well, you know what? What's all my protection? Oh, it's a lot. And you know what? I have a triangle blockade. Go fuck myself. Okay, I have no idea how this is gonna go, but let's just try. We're actually very low on health at the moment because of the fact we fought whatchamacallit, but... yeah. There we go. There goes your special whatchamacallit. So you gain -3 power even on the whatchamacallit. So you're on the dodge dice. So your entire gimmick is literally make it so that... Man, I love the triangle defense on so many levels. It is so stupid. Oblivion actually might be really useful at the moment because we are very low on health. Question is, who would want it? But the road we walked home together is also useful. So you know what? I'll take that and put it on the teacher. What have I got here then? Ah! Faded memories. To get us to draw cards. That would probably be very useful at the moment, actually. I'd prefer the one that restores light, but... you know what? I'm actually perfectly happy with the one that gives us cards. Now is honestly quite probably the perfect time for you to Highland Assault. Sword of Knowledge. If any of the allies use the same page, increase the stagger damage of all dice by 3 times the value of the number of allies. On hit, decrease one of the target's random resistances by 1 level. Oh, that's stupid. 2 people preferably need to die this scene, so let's just see how this goes. 19! Oh, okay, I think they might be dead. Whoops. I love how you don't even give me a turn. Okay, so... if we need to use pure status ailments, apparently... I guess we'll just burn everything to death. Also, that's stupid. He should have been staggered. Granted, it wouldn't make a difference, but still, what the fuck? This fight legitimately makes no sense. I love how you now got more than 3,000 because you're a fucking bastard. Okay, one of them will be stealthed the next scene, but only one, so... hopefully... I also gotta remember that by directly attacking the counter dice, I am denying them the whatchamacallit. Yeah, one of them went invisible. And you've got Necrosis 90. despite having 3 status effects on you. This thing doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. Alright, well, let's see how this madness goes. There we go. Okay. We just need to somehow burn everything to a miserable crisp. And I don't know how I'm meant to fight this, because you just... If you die, and then... Whatchamacallit, you just don't have enough dice. Oh great, they're all using this sort of squall crap. If any allies are using the same page, boost the minimum dice of all the value by all the allies. Huh. Okay. At least you don't have that crap. You know what you do have, though? The ability to stagger 2 of them. Okay then, let's just go and see how this works. Are you actually kidding me with that? They're immune to the stagger. Really? They're meant to have died from that. How is this fight meant to be fucking possible? I honestly don't understand. What am I meant to be doing here? The last fight was stupid, and it gave us no books either to make it pointless. Why am I doing this? You can't die! You are actually invincible! Why am I playing this? Absorption. Go fuck yourself. And the moment they start getting these... whatchamacallit fixers start getting some stuff, they just become invincible. I honestly don't understand how to fight you because there are not enough debuffs in the game that you can just apply 1,000 times around to be able to kill you. This advent number is too fucking high for how slowly it goes down, or sorry, should I say, how much it doesn't go down. This is fucking stupid. What's the thing after this? Even more bullcrap? Die. Right, the big guy should be staggered now, right? No, I'm done. This is fucking stupid. This is the most ridiculous bullcrap I have ever seen. Alex's mod is more balanced than this. This doesn't make fucking sense. This can't die. Fuck off. Well, I would like to do something productive today, because that was the biggest waste of time of my entire life. Let's try the Warp Liquidators, because they seem like a balanced mod. I mean, I understand whatever the fuck this bullcrap is meant to be some form of challenge mod, but the challenge, sure, the first one was a challenge. I liked the first one. The first one was interesting. That second one doesn't make fucking sense on how you're meant to kill it. I have 100% damage reduction. Oh, to reduce my damage, you just need to apply debuffs to me. How many debuffs are there in the game? Like 5? Like 5. That's it. So you can reduce my damage by a total of 25%. Also, debuffs disappear at the end of the round. So, go fuck yourself! It's the most stupid crap I've ever seen. So, what are these warp liquidators? What do they do? Let's use Team Netzach because I still want to use them. So who do we have? Severer of Nerves. The first dice on each page played inflict 1 paralysis. So that's like, Mr. Who won, except paralysis instead of bleed. That's kind of cool. It's rip-off, but original at the same time. Energy efficient. When gaining charge using combat pages, gain 1 additional stack. You know what? Considering we have the same for smoke, why not for energy? Gain +1 power against enemies with paralysis. Why is that a 4 cost? That feels like, considering it's conditional, it should be a 3 cost. Conduit. While having 5 or more charge stacks, the minimum value of all dice is increased by 1. At emotion level 3 or higher, the maximum value is also increased by 1. I like that. Unstable charge. That's just that thing, and then the charged shield and energy discharge. Okay. Path of least resistance. So the... whatchamacallit, the minions are almost the same, except they get force field instead of the bonus strength like you do. And they don't have the conduit for bonus minimum stuff, or the severer of nerves, which you'd expect. Huh, okay. What abilities do you have? Static builder. On use, restore 1 light, gain 2 charge. On hit, gain a charge. Okay. Backup powers. Combat start. Draw 1 card if user has +5 power at the end of the scene. Otherwise, gain charges until reaching 5 stacks. Interesting. Defensive matrix. On use, gain 2 light and 5 charge. I like that. That's actually a really nice defensive one. Entropic engine. On use, draw 1 card, spend 3 charge to draw an additional card. Oh, that's kind of cool. Rearrangement. On use, if the user has 6+ charge, all dice on this page gain +2 power. That's not even consuming the charge, that's just having the charge. Phase Blade. Only usable at 7+ charge. Damage and staggered damage dealt by this card cannot be reduced nor amplified. Combat start. Reduce the power of all the opponent's dice clashing against this card by 2. Oh, that sounds like fun. Electrocution. On clash win, steal 2 light from the target. Ouch. On hit, deal stagger damage and deal damage and stagger damage equal to charge stacks. Oh, so you're still only allowed a maximum of 10 charges this. Okay, which is why it's got the max 10, because otherwise that would get stupid. Overdrive. Inflict 4 fragile to self, but gain 8 charge. 2 strength and 1 endurance this scene. I quite like that one. I quite like that one. Have you all got the same cards? Mostly, it's just you don't have electrocution. What's this? Liquidate. On hit, spend 4 charge to recycle this die up to 2 times. Alright. I like this. I'm allowed 1 floor. Let's do this. Alright, Team Emotion. What emotion have you got? I think that's pleasure. Yep, we don't want that. We like being angry. You are angry, which is perfect, because we also want you to feel the hatred. Right. I can't get transfer. Oh, no, wait. You've got memory, right? Oh, you don't have any at the moment. Oh, that's a shame. So you've got like 5 attacks on you because everyone hates you, apparently. Well, that we can ignore. The defensive matrix is nice because it's technically a card we can definitely just ignore. Like that one, too. Charge strike. I didn't see that. On hit, spend 4 charge to inflict 3 paralysis next scene. Alright. Well, our emotion people should be getting a lot of strength at the end of this round. Yep. In fact, some even more than others. the... No, wrong one. The laughing powder, please. I feel we might need it. Electrocution. Okay, so we got a few bits of paralysis on us, but we should be fine. I mean, you get +4 strength, which means your 3 to 7 is in fact a... This only affects the maximum roll. Yeah, it does. So that 3 to 7 is now 3 to 4, which makes it a 7 to 8, which can beat that, potentially. And then the other thing's just a 6, which also has a okay chance of beating the second attack. So, yeah, you know what? Fuck it, just go. Good shot. Absolute shame. Well done with the rip space. And okay with the smoke. Well, one of them's now staggered, so that's good for us. Alright, would you like to take your pebble then? Now, Netzak. Right. This is a very lenient round now, because they've basically got only these defensive stuffs left. You do not want... You've got the... I gave you the sigils as well. You do not... By the way, the only reason I'm not continuing with that section of the Gibeus, I can't pronounce it correctly, mod, is because the developer spoke to me and said I was technically doing it wrong, and that there's honor rules and that you should really only be using cards available of the current level of that thing. Kind of like what I did for for the first responders. So I'm planning, but I didn't have time to set that up, so I'm planning to set that up for next week. Okay. I think I'm ready. Let's go. Knight of the Ravens goes hectic and gives everyone a hell of a lot of needed charge. Glorious. Well then. You really need that stimulant, so let's get you clashing against something. Overdrive. Hello there. That's horrid. So many of you are doing it. Why? You horrid creatures. And more importantly, why are they all on the same person? Well, actually, they all have very little stagger resistance left, so... logically, I should be able to just stagger them to death. What is their stagger resist? Only versus bludgeoning is their stagger resist. Okay, I think we're good. Well, actually, you need some clashing because you need to get some light. I can't really rely entirely on my light coming from the other bit. So, yeah, let's go. And pray. Why did you get... What? Thank you for the ability. Why are you so high in number? That doesn't make sense. Where is that power coming from? have any strength. Well, you're no more than normal, I mean. Alright. I think. Well, let's get the fragments to everywhere, because I love that card, and it's how you just win things. Well, no one's attacking you for once, which I'm happy about. And you don't have the other ability yet, but you did steal it. Okay, I'm good with what we got, so go. First, bap, bap, dead. Nate, bap. Ouch, bap. I have no idea how you lost that first one. Because you shouldn't have. Rip Space doing its magic. Okay. Now we just want to clash. And he is likely going to lose a bunch of those clashes. Question is, can we avoid killing the bastard? Oh, so whatchamacallit, the memory is removed and it's actually replaced with the ability it stole, so we don't just have the extra card added. Okay. Alright, let's go. And hopefully, we don't kill you. Well, you're tier 5 now, so I don't give a crap any longer. Which means, you know what? Just go be a corpse. I don't care what kind of superpowers you're doing. Listen to the performance of my people! Die. Marvelous. So I did something useful today, at least. Let's burn those books and see what I get. I think they're... yeah, they are. So, oh god, I'm not getting that damn page, am I? Oh, I did! Nice. Sweet. Well, these defensive matrix are gonna be really nice abilities. Is all I can say. Good charge, good amount of charge, light gain, and very defensive with a counter dice too. I mean, I know the counter dice isn't really anything, but it provides a little bit. Yeah! Well, everyone, I don't know what to say, because this is over now. Clearly, I'm gonna make some floors to be able to do this stuff with, and I probably am going to uninstall this mod because that is stupid. Well, everyone, I'm all out of time for today's episode, so what can I say other than thank you all for joining me today. I've been your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I hope to see you all again next time. But I'm afraid that, until then, it is time for me to bid thee all farewell, good day, and finally, good night.